Simon and Grisha Bober from SNG here, and today we're officially starting the 1942 Eastern Front campaign. The first, today's battle that we'll present you will be the Second Battle of Kharkov. Soviets, encouraged by their successes in the winter of 1941-42 and the spring of 1942, mounted a serious offensive towards the German-occupied city of Kharkov. On the May 12th, of course. It was going to be their biggest offensive effort from the start of the year, so it was really a big deal for the Soviets to make that breakthrough. Even though the first days of the attack were a success, Germans quickly managed to halt the Russian advance, and after another day or so of stagnation, Operation Fredericus began. German commanders planned a counterattack intending to push back and encircle the overextended Soviet divisions. On May 17th, the attack started. German panzer units fastly broke through the lightly defended Soviet positions. It was the beginning of the so-called Borvanevkovo mousetrap. So that's what we're gonna witness today, guys. The Soviets didn't manage to fortify their positions quite nicely, as they had only like a day or maybe 2 days of stagnation between the fighting forces. They only managed to block the main road between the fields with a 37mm K61. Yeah, it's K61 anti-aircraft autocannon. And a few troops, aided by a ZIS-2 57mm AT gun. There is also, down the road, in the farm complex, sits a second ZIS-2, watching the plain fields from afar, aided by 1, 2, 3, I think 4 riflemen. The Soviets expect to have reinforcements quickly, as their tank battalions try to fill the gaps caused by the armored breakthroughs that the Germans are making right now. So the Axis, the Germans, will try to advance their armored columns towards the Russian positions and clash with the Soviet armor to completely destroy them in the end, because the Borvanevkovo mousetrap, the pocket that the Germans created, I think caused like 200,000 casualties on the Soviet side. That was a very big blow to the Russian offensive capabilities of that time.
Oh, that's quite a number. Simon, I see something in the top right corner.
In the top right
Um,
corner, you say?
yeah, not exactly in the corner, a little bit towards the corner. Now, straight forward. Is that a tank there?
You say something about
Yes, please. Yeah.
this wreck
Oh, that's
left
cool.
here by the previous German attacks, or maybe a
Um,
scouting unit of sorts that was destroyed by the Russian AT guns on
just
the positions.
rusting in the field.
Yeah,
Oh,
just the story telling of the battle map itself.
right.
There's also a stack in the stones, a wreck of a T-34 tank in this small ravine in the middle
That
of the map.
ravine is a nice little defensive feature here.
Yeah, exactly. The
Mhm.
tanks will
Okay.
have a bad time trying to advance through it.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Now,
Alright, so let's not waste any more time and let the battle begin.
here we go.
We have a close-up of the Soviet positions.
They are ready.
And what do we hear? A Bf-110 heavy fighter approaches the Russian positions and gets shot down before it can make its strike. The anti-aircraft autocannon made its job. Or did its job.
Did its job, yes,
yeah,
it did indeed.
It shot down the German attacker before it can do any harm to the Soviet positions. So the Soviets will not be distracted by the aircraft flying above their heads.
And
So they can
there is
focus
something-
on the tanks advancing and driving towards them.
Here it comes. A scouting one.
The first one approaches the road and the position and gets blasted by the fire of concentrated two guns.
Now
Gets
it's
knocked out.
definitely damaged. Yeah.
It's dead. But his brothers in arms, another Panzer IIIs, are also advancing towards the Russian positions. The Soviets already received some reinforcements. A few of BT-7 tanks and a T-34 medium tank approached the German attackers.
So,
Oh, and the BT-7A, I think, got shot by the Panzer III. Yeah, second time, and it's down. But the Panzer III also gets brought down by the T-34 76mm gun.
look
Let's
at the
see.
infantry. They want to approach it and toss a grenade or something.
Yeah, but the first wave came without an infantry support, so that's a unprepared assault by the ferocious Germans.
Mm.
Another Panzer III goes up in flames as it
Now
gets
it's
shot
down
by the
to
T-34. Where's the second wave, you may ask? There it is. Panzer IVs, just recently upgraded with a long 75mm anti-tank gun, approached the Russian positions with the support of a heavy artillery piece, 150mm artillery gun armed Bison assault howitzer. It lines up, and will it fire?
Oh Mann, habe ich einen Hunger.
And it fires towards the Soviet positions, but gets blasted by the T-34 as well. Gets knocked down before it can fire a second shot. The Panzer IV F2 hides behind a wreck of his brother, engaging the T-34 in front. The other Panzer IV approaches the battlefield. This wave brought the support of some Panzer Grenadiers, armed with MP40s, captured Pepeshas, and the Kar-98Ks. So they are well equipped to counter the Russian defenses, but can they break through?
Open field, not so easy. Oh.
Let's see the battle from the Russian perspective now. The Russians also brought some infantry support. Some of them getting blasted by the HE shells of the German guns.
More Germans coming.
More Germans on the way, but without the Bison, there is no heavy artillery support for the Germans. That's a pity.
kind of tank is that?
This one,
Yes.
it's a T-34-57, armed with a long 57mm gun, able to penetrate almost all of the German tanks on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
The Soviets can be seen using the KV to break through heavy tank with its 150mm gun. That just obliterate everything that it hits.
Nice text on it. Zastalina. Written on the card.
The 37mm AA gun still holds its positions. And the curse of the commentator gets in the way. Sorry, little AA gun. I couldn't help myself.
And the infantry go there and use it.
They're not trained to do so, so the gun is out of crew right now. Yeah.
Out of commission,
The Germans can be saw using a captured KV-1 tank, re-equipped with some German-engineered 75mm gun from the Panzer IV F2 and the new Cupola for the commander. So it's a Russian tank being used against the Russians.
Mm-hmm. A war trophy.
It stopped in the middle of the field, trying to use its gun from distance.
Softening the defense. Right wing moving. Infantry moving forward.
The infantry is slowly moving forward, but as they are without cover on the open fields near Kharkov, they're getting decimated by the machine gun fire on the Soviet side. Another Panzer III can be seen with destroyed ammo rack in the distance. The ammunition burning inside the tank, killing the crew.
Pillars of smoke rising everywhere.
So, where is the German attack?
Kind of.
Has it been stalled?
Yeah.
Cannot be. But the T-34 is approaching the German tanks that are stationary in the distance, alongside the KV-1 heavy tank on the Russian side. So the Russians are making a counterattack of their own, decimating the German infantry. But it is left without a tank support on the German right flank. All the panzers clustered in this little area. I don't know what they did to achieve this. But what the hell? Oh! And the T-34 gets hit in the ammo rack as well. Exploding. So maybe the Germans have a chance. On the Russian right flank, two T-34s are in the ravine, trying to snipe the German attackers.
This doesn't look good for the Germans.
What is saving the Germans right now is the KV-1 captured tank that is heavily armored and can penetrate everything from distance. But if it gets hit in the side armor by those two tanks, oh, it can get spicy.
Right.
It gets the first penetration on the 234. Who will be the first one destroyed? Oh, the 234 gets destroyed by the side shot. Captured heavy tank for a second, ignoring the flanking KV-1. Does it think that it's no harm to it? Or what? Oh, that was a penetrating hit.
No damage visible.
Let's see from the Russian side.
Yeah, they're just
Keeping the Germans at bay. Oh, did the KV-1 notice?
Something blew up there.
Yeah, that was the shell of KV-2. The 152mm ammunition just throwing up a lot of dust. Oh, and the KV-1, the Russian KV-1, because it was a KV-1 versus a KV-1, gets penetrated and destroyed. Crew hops out to save their lives. So, the German right flank is clear, possibly. But
Those two in the ravine.
yeah, but is the KV-1, the captured tank, the only one that is alive right now?
Yeah.
German infantry is scattered between the wrecks.
I think they were fixing this one, weren't they?
Could be, because this one is not fully destroyed. It's just the turret is down, the tracks are destroyed, but it's not fully dead. Come on, soldier. You see the Russian? Oh,
Whoa!
and it gets decimated.
Blown to smithereens. Now he's withdrawing.
Yeah, let's make the Russians push so the battle does not take an eternity to finish.
They may push the Germans back if they destroy that captured one. Look at that.
The KV-2 is advancing through the trees, lining up its shot on the German heavy tank.
Oh yeah. Looks like the end is nigh for the Germans.
Oh, but do the tanks not notice each other? Oh, but the captured one is occupied by the two T-34 tanks right
Yeah,
here.
on the left.
Oh, and it gets penetrated.
That's it for
It's down. Now the crew gets shredded by the machine gun fire.
Oh yeah, I got no chance.
The last crewman, the side of the tank, trying to hide and patch himself. Gets absolutely shot in the head. Alright.
Well,
So the German counteroffensive was stalled. That was unexpected. The T-34s and KV-2s driving towards the German wrecks. Right, that was unexpected, really. In the previous iterations of the battle, the Germans just rolled through the Russian defenses without many casualties. But now, oh, that shows the Gates of Hell is really a 50-50 game if you do it right.
Yeah.
So we're not always, guys, our dear viewers, we're not always making very historical outcomes. So I always try to, when making battles, I always try to leave it for the battle itself to decide who wins and not dictate the outcome beforehand. So that's the prime example here. The overwhelmingly better equipped German force was stopped by the little defenses that the Russians had, and by the counterattack of the Russian tank battalions. So that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, another T-34 repaired rolls up towards the German lines. So, if we are to say what's gonna happen next in this alternative history scenario when the Germans were stopped, possibly the Russians could have captured the Kharkov city, and would not be obliterated by the mousetrap itself.
Right.
So, in the later episodes, we'll advance further in the 1942 battles. So I will not speak ahead of myself and announce the next battle on our channel. It will be a little surprise for you viewers. For now, thank you for watching, for giving us your attention, and see you, our dear viewers, in the next one.
Thank you, and see you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Bye!